Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie, and today I wanted to talk to you about a new makeup product that I purchased. Actually, it's a whole plethora of makeup products that I purchased through Amazon the other day, and I'll tell you this long story short, but I have been looking at the new Physicians Formula bronzers, and I love their bronzers. I do have like one single bronzer. I think I've had a couple in the past. Oh, and I have like a couple of their face kits. But anyway, I was thinking about their new bronzers that are coming to Ulta, and I was like looking for them. I couldn't find them. They're not available yet. They're still coming. Hopefully, maybe even by the time the video comes up, they'll be here. But in that whole process, I also watched a video. I think it was Kelly Gooch that did a video on some of her dupes for products, and she has that Bareminerals bronzer that they have now, which is a cross between like a bronzer and a blush. Anyway, and she has like that middle color. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's copper or something. But anyway, I have been wanting that blush for quite some time and thinking, oh, well, I'll just wait for the Sephora sale that I know is coming up soon. But she had mentioned a dupe to that would be the Physicians Formula blush in Copper Cabana. And I was looking that up, and it's like 15 bucks, I feel like, somewhere around that price range on Amazon. So then it just got me thinking, you know, I had seen this product a while ago. This is like Physicians Formula Ultimate Murumuru Butter Collection Limited Edition. I think they released this like last fall, and I've been eyeing it and thinking about it, but I know it's like $39.99 at Target, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this is such a big thing. I probably don't need it. But it has so many different options in here, and it has that Copper Cabana color in the blush, and it's like, look at all the stuff it has. It has all these eyeshadows, right? And it has all these blushes, and this is that Copper Cabana color, and then it has all these lip products, all these bronzers, all these highlights right here. You can see I've been playing with this, and it has a mirror. So it kind of opens up like this, and it's like this whole big thing. It's like a spaceship, and it's gonna fly. But it's got all this crap in it, and right now Amazon has it on their site for $24.41. So I'm like, crap, if I'm just gonna buy this blush, I mean, it's bigger than the amount that you get in here in a single, but it's still like so much money, you know, $15 or whatever. So I'm like, I might as well just buy this whole thing and give it a try. So I bought it $24.41 on Amazon. I'll link it down below. But I wanted to do a demo try on with this, and this is the outcome of the try on. I'm gonna jump into it in just a second, but I just wanted to show you guys what you get. I didn't swatch all these. I can tell you that all of them are extremely similar to what you do when you purchase them individually. I mean, it's so much the same formula. I think that the smell is not as strong. On any of these, the smell is not very strong, but you have all of this. I mean, what is that? 24 eyeshadows, 7 blushes, 12 lip products, 8 bronzers, and 7 highlights and a mirror. So all this is like such a great deal. You guys are about to jump right into the try on, so you guys can see what it looks like going on. But this is a full face of these products, other than my highlight is not a Physicians Formula highlight. These highlights are just so pigmented and creamy, and it's just too much for the look I like. I like kind of like a more natural glow, so I do not have their highlight on, but I have their highlight on as an eyeshadow, and you'll get to see that in action. I didn't go through and swatch everything in here because there's just so much, and everything I've tried is like true to color. So I'll just jump right into the tutorial now. Enjoy. So let's first get this kicked off with doing my eyes. So in this big extravagant makeup case. Right here are all the eyeshadows, and I've been playing with these just with my fingers for the past couple days, and I do think that the shimmers are nice. I will show you a couple of them really quickly. Ooh, one of them feels really creamy. So look at right there, they're so pretty. Let me swatch them on my hands. They are nice and shimmery right there. This one actually has like a creamy consistency, almost like the highlight does. But the thing is, I feel like that the highlights give me more of an impact. So what I'm planning on doing is just using a lot of the mattes, maybe a shimmer, and then bumping it up with that highlight. So I'm excited about that, and I'm not gonna swatch all these. Let's just see how they perform on the eyes. There's just so many to swatch, and if I swatch this whole thing, it'd be a little bit crazy. So let's just get into this and see what we think about the colors on the eyes, how they perform. So I've never used a palette like this before, or a Physicians Formula palette at all. I'm gonna start with the really light color and use that as a base. When I'm using these, I don't feel like there's a lot of kick up. Like when I take the brush, put it in there and go like that. There's some, but not as much as I've seen from like ColourPop palettes or other palettes that I've been using lately. That this new Catrice palette that I got, that one has a lot of kick up. And I don't mind kick up that much, but it's just, I would prefer not to have makeup all over. I just prefer to have the makeup on my face if I could do it like that. So now we're gonna move into this shade right here as like a transition shade. Just put down that base, so let's see how this goes. It's very light. It's lighter than I thought it would be. There's so many bronzers in here, you could probably use one of them. They would probably make awesome transition colors right there. All these bronzers, yeah. For sure. That looks really good. So we're gonna go into a little bit of a darker shade. Then I think I'm gonna go in this one just to add a little pop of color. Right on the outer part of the eye. Oh yeah, that shows up good. And they're nice consistency. All right, and then I'm gonna go into a little bit of a darker brown. I'll go into this one first, and then it looks like we've got this darker brown and this black, so I'm gonna maybe go for this one, and then if I need to, I'll go into that shade. Wow, really, really nice. When I bought this, I definitely did not expect the eyeshadows to be something that was really great. I was more bronzer and cheek colors were what I was ultimately had the highest expectations for. So, because that's where I feel like Physicians Formula really excels. So now that we have that part done, I do want to pop the lid. And I guess let's try one of these shades first, and then I'll put one on one eye and then I'll go in with the highlight on the other and just show you guys the difference. So let's go in with this really light shade up here. Really beautiful, creamy iridescent. And you can see that it does show up. It's pretty, but it is nothing compared to these highlighters. So if you open this container, oh, there's so much to this thing. But if you open the container one, there's all these highlighters here. And these are like really glittery. So let me grab this one. It's so creamy. They're like just a gel kind of formula. You can even see it on my finger if you look closely, that it comes off looking like a gel. And let me do a little swatch comparison for you. So this was the eyeshadow, and you can see that is really pretty. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell in the swatch, but this is actually that cream highlight, and it is so just stunning. I don't know, it just blends out differently. It just, maybe you can't really tell. They both look so beautiful there, but that's the eyeshadow and that is the highlight. Just crazy. These highlights are just crazy. So I did the eyeshadow on this one eye. Went through that. I'm gonna put on a second layer, build it up a little bit so you can see. I mean, it is beautiful for sure. Now I'm gonna go on the other eye with one of the highlights. It's just so much creamier. I mean, it might come off easier though. I guess that's the thing. If it's a highlight, is it gonna crease? I do have some primer on my lid. And I guess now that I've got that highlight down, I just do one quick experiment and use that as like a base and try to layer this eyeshadow over it and see if it intensifies it. I think it does. Okay. That might be like the trick. You guys might not be able to see all this in detail on the camera, but I feel like using them in conjunction, like using the cream as a base, I'm just gonna go over the side with it as well. And then using that eyeshadow on top of it. Wow, I feel like that is really the ticket. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I'm not gonna use these highlights as my highlight, I don't think, because they are just so sparkly and I don't really want to really bling out like that. I don't think. I've got things to do today. So I'm not gonna do that, but let me swatch some of these for you just so you see, like, oh, they're so beautiful. These highlights, I mean, just the colors. Like I said, I'm probably gonna use them more as shadows, but just look at that. Oh, and there's 7 of them. That's just awesome. That is just so awesome. So I'm in love with this, and I've only tried this like one other time, and when I used it, I only put it on for a couple hours. So I don't know exactly how long this is gonna wear, but I'm definitely gonna keep it noted in the comments below. All right, let's move on to these bronzers. There are 8 bronzers here, and you just get so much to choose from. Right there, you can see that, you know, all of them are kind of satiny. So they all have a little bit of a shimmer, but this one is just really shimmery. So I want to see how shimmery that one is compared. Woo! Yeah, that's shimmery. I don't know, you know, what bronzer is what out of these. I can't really look at them and say, oh yeah, that's the butter bronzer. I don't know. And it doesn't say, unfortunately, like right in front of me. There might be a place where it says it. Okay, wait. I see it. So there's bronzer, light bronzer, sun-kissed bronzer, sunset bronzer, endless summer bronzer, sculpting bronzer, Brazilian glow, which was that glowy one, and deep bronzer. So I think I'm gonna use, I wanna try, let's go with this one first. And that one is deep bronzer. I'm gonna use that one, and then this is the regular bronzer right above it. So I might use a combination of both of those, but first I'm gonna start with just the deep bronzer and see how I feel about it. I picked it up on the brush, and I decided to use like this e.l.f. highlighting brush. I just really like this one, and I feel like it's not too big because I'm new to this palette. I wanted to make sure that I was kind of being a little bit more precise to start out and just make sure I'm using the right products, or the right amount of the products. And with a smaller brush, you definitely are able to be more precise. So I feel like this looks like a really good color on me, and this is going really well. So deep bronzer is what I am going for. And I'm just gonna put that traditional bronzer places. I like to put my bronzer like mainly on everywhere and then come back and like blend when there's not that much product left. And when I blend, I kind of blend here. I blend down a little bit so it's not such a harsh line. And I blend down here so I'm bringing not such a harsh line from where I put that bronzer on top. Oh my gosh. I think it looks awesome. I'm gonna dip into the light bronzer, which is actually right here. I'm gonna go into light bronzer and I'm gonna use this just to kind of add a little bit of color, I think like around my chin, neck area. So I know I have like, I know normally I have really clear skin, but I've got all this stuff happening here. It's so many different things. Number one, my period is coming any day now. And then number two, I like always break out after I get a lot of sun. So I don't know what is with that, but I do. And I got a lot of sun last week, so it's just healing. My skin is just healing. So that looks awesome. I think it looks really, really great. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna use one of these bronzers. I'm gonna go for the regular bronzer. No, I'm gonna go for this bronzer right here, which looks a little bit warmer than the other ones, and it is called the Sun-Kissed bronzer. I'm gonna do that under my eyes. And you know what? I kind of liked that. So I'm actually gonna kind of clean this bronzer brush off and go back into that Sun-Kissed one. It's just so much warmer than the other ones, and I feel like that looks good. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with all of these bronzers. That's awesome. And I guess because I do have that glowy bronzer in here, I'm gonna try to use it like, and use it kind of where I would put a highlight or whatnot. So this is that really glowy one. What was that called? Brazilian Glow. And I'm gonna take that and put it, oh yeah, on the tops of my cheekbones. So it's kind of, I'm using it, I'm gonna put some highlighter there as well, but oh my goodness, this is why I can't use this as a highlighter, because it does look very patchy on me. The glowy products do. Not patchy, textured. It really makes my skin look textured. So not really the biggest fan of the highlighters or the glowy bronzer because of that texture. But everything else so far has been awesome. So now let me jump into the blushes, which I'm really excited about as well. I'm really excited about all this stuff. All right, so if you take this side with the eyeshadow and pull it out, you've got lipstick and blush right here. I wonder, you could probably even use these lipsticks as like cream blushes. Oh my gosh, the ideas. But I know that I want to just try to use these as regular blushes. So actually, one of the reasons that I purchased this palette to begin with was the blushes and the color Copper Cabana. So that is this one right here. This is really what I was looking for. A bunch of people said it was like a dupe possibly for that new Bareminerals blush. So I'm gonna try it. I have never used the Bareminerals one. I used this copper color a long time ago because it was in Casey Holmes's palette that she came out with Physicians Formula, but I didn't really like get it at that point. I didn't really understand that I might like this shade, and it just wasn't doing it for me at that time. So I had gotten rid of it, but now I want to try it again. So this is that Copper Cabana color on my cheeks. I'm gonna go in with like a clean brush and try to buff it in a little bit. It's still showing, you know, because these are really glowy products, it does pick up some texture, which I don't really love, but there it is. I think it looks so pretty. And then I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade that's very similar, but lighter. Let me see, it's the one that's the big pan here. And it is this big pan one here, and this is in the color Champagne. Oh, no. This is Vintage Rouge. Vintage Rouge. So I'm gonna use that one as like kind of pop it a little bit because the other one was a little dark. Oh, this one's really dark as well. So, all right, let me blend. So much fun though. I'm so into it. Loving it. Loving it. For this price, this is ridiculous. And then I guess the last thing I'm gonna do is try the lipsticks. Like I said, I don't really want to use the highlighter. I just know that it is not gonna be a look that I like. Oh, you know what? I might be able to use the highlighter for a pop on the inner corner. So I can do that. Out of the highlighting shades I have here for a pop on the inner corner, I guess I'm gonna try this one, but I'm gonna see if I have a brush that's really small and can help me out here. So I'm gonna try this. Ooh, it's even like when you put your brush in there, it's so wet that it just kind of becomes a whole pile of stuff. Okay, that one is so like blue tinted though. Let's see. Can you guys see it? I don't want to put too much there, but yeah, I can see it. So that is good. And then I'm gonna go in with these lip colors and see what I think about them. I am sure if these are the Murumuru butter, lip butter things, I have a bunch of these already and I really like them. It's gonna be hard to get any precision here with using your finger, but I'm gonna go into this one right here. No idea what this color is, but Oh Pretty. Oh Pretty is the name that I've come up with. Very natural, but beautiful. That is Flamingo Pink. Oh no, I think it's Soaking Up the Sun. Soaking Up the Sun is the name of that color. I bet that would make a good cream blush too. Okay, so I've got this full face on. I am really, really happy with what I got out of this. I am so excited to continue using this. I am going to buy these and give one to my daughter. I know she's really excited about this type of purchase. If you have friends that you think use some good amount of makeup or want to play, I mean, for 24 bucks or 25 bucks, this is amazing. This is so good. So definitely recommend, thumbs up. I'll leave some wear time comments in the description box below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.